Now, let's imagine this for a second. Your first generation Intel Core i5 processor is starting to run a little sluggish these days. Instead of upgrading the CPU itself, you buy a specialized upgrade processor. Simply snap this on top of your Core i5 and suddenly it's 2 times faster. Now, while this may not be reality today, at one time in computing history, it certainly was. These computers may not be compatible with each other, but they do share one common attribute. They all contain CPU accelerators. For many years, computers shipped with a specific processor configuration, one that rarely changed throughout the platform's lifespan. Take this Apple IIe for example. It was released in 1983 and contained a 1 MHz 6502 processor, which remained unchanged until the computer was discontinued in 1993. Accelerators were expensive upgrades, more commonly produced by third-party manufacturers, and designed for power users who were never completely satisfied with the compute resources available. Software compatibility was often an issue, especially those that require specific timing of the CPU's original clock speed, such as games. To alleviate this, some featured backwards compatibility options, such as this X68000 accelerator, which allows you to select which CPU you want to use during startup. This PC98 accelerator upgrades a seemingly non-upgradable soldered processor, increasing its clock speed by 4 times. So awesome. And the results are impressive. In 1988, Apple Computers released the Apple IIc Plus, which featured a faster CPU mode that was licensed technology from a CPU accelerator that was produced for the Apple II. As specialized computing platforms started to give way to the dominance of the IBM-compatible PC, accelerators remained popular for many more years. Companies such as Cyrix and Evergreen Technologies produced CPUs designed to extend the life of a retired platform. Even Intel produced a popular series of overdrive processors. By the early 2000s, new accelerators were no longer being developed as each processor manufacturer moved to motherboards specific to their product. Today, retro computer enthusiasts consider CPU accelerators to be very desirable upgrades. They can be very difficult to find and often fetch a premium, especially in the Amiga and Apple IIgs communities. In some cases, fetching far more than the computer itself might actually be worth. I personally enjoy having them in my collection as a small piece of computing history that has been lost. Just one more example as to why retro computers are awesome.